what happened since last time? Well, we went and upgraded our boulder side sword a little bit. In this episode, oh, we killed the Iron Giant, or the Golem. I'm sorry, the Iron Giant. No, we killed the Golem, and we headed back to Firelink rather than go to Anor Londo. I don't quite feel like my character is ready for Anor Londo yet, because he simply does not deal enough damage with his weapons, and his sorceries aren't where I want them to be. I would prefer to have a plus 15 weapon, and indeed I will have a plus 15 weapon in the form of this Balder Side Sword, and I wish to have Homing Soul Mass and Soul Spear before I go to Anor Londo. This is going to be a very int-heavy character. Obviously, I intend to take him to at least 40 intellect, possibly 50, if I feel like I want to use the Crystal Breath, I believe it is, the Dragon Breath. I can't remember the name, but it's the one you get from the Hollow Big Hat Logan. In this episode, we are going to pillage through New Londo ruins. It's not too bad. It's not too difficult. I will say it looks remarkably better with the high resolution fix. And it's not the easiest place to go through. The ghosts can be assholes. There will be a lot of cuts because I decided to cut out a lot of the repetition. I was originally going to show you guys my entire chunk farming route, but at this point, the people that are watching this video, you guys have done it just as many times as I have, so you already know where we're going. You already know what we're doing, and it wasn't intended to be a run. I'm coming to New Londo ruins in order to get the Very Large Ember, so that way I can get to plus 15. That's the only reason why I'm here. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to kill 4 kings. I'm simply not ready for that yet, and I haven't even killed Sif. I'm definitely not looking forward to fighting Sif because of the changes to rolling that I mentioned in the last episode. He was an asshole if you didn't have like a buffed out or a highly upgraded great weapon. He was a pain in the ass because he was very quick. He could one-shot you if you weren't stacking Vite. And I don't have a great weapon, and I'm definitely not stacking Vite. In fact, I'm still fairly under level because I have done a lot less co-op than I normally would by now. Because I can't connect to anybody. I can't get summoned. I can't summon people. Every time I try and summon somebody, I get a summon failed. So, I don't know. I've tried forwarding ports, and it hasn't changed anything. My NAT is open. PDP is available and in use by Games for Windows Live. It's whatever. So we're doing it solo for the most part. I would welcome invasions. It would definitely spice things up. If I can't figure out this multiplayer thing soon, I'm probably going to drop Prepare to Die Edition and go back to playing on the console until it comes out, until PTD comes out on Xbox. There's just a lot less problems. So, as you can see here, we're just moseying along, coming through. The ghosts are so much easier to deal with when you have a plus 10 weapon. I came here earlier to get the soul fragment, or what is it called? The Firekeeper soul, to buff my Estus, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. It wasn't too easy. But coming through now with the stronger weapon after killing the golem, it's definitely more manageable. But you can't take this game for granted. Doesn't matter how long you've played this game. If you make a stupid decision, or the game punishes you. And in this case, I forgot the lesson that in this hallway, if you get in here, get the hell out. If you're not gonna get out, just swing. Don't try and block. Just swing that weapon. I tried to block, and it didn't end well for me. So we came back, and we decided to be a lot more careful, go a more roundabout way. I was very happy to see how strong my sorcery was, my basic arrow was, after I put points into intellect. It hits pretty damned hard. I'm happy for that because it's a readily spammable ability. I do intend to eventually replace, or I shouldn't say replace, but I'm going to be using the Moonlight Greatsword with this character because it is a very fun weapon and it's wonderful for stopping backstab fishers. If you see somebody who's trying to fish for a backstab, you just do a swing and it arcs so far to the side that it catches them and creates a 0 damage backstab, which then allows you to either repeat again to do another if they decide to chain stabs, or sets you up to parry a backstab, which always feels really damn cool. I can't remember who it was that I learned. I think it was PvPverson was the YouTube author that made the video telling you how to parry backstabs. I think that was him. I'll have to find out again, but yeah, I think it was PvPverson, and he does. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, he does some incredible tutorial videos on the nuances of Dark Souls PvP stuff, like dead angles, the various types of parrying, the various types of backstabs, how to escape backstabs, so on and so forth. If you haven't watched the Dark Souls PvP tutorials, I highly recommend you look them up. You will learn a lot. Watching those videos, as well as just exposing myself to PvP for hours and hours and hours, really made it more approachable and accessible. Here we are. I had to kill Ingward. I didn't want to kill Ingward, but I wasn't about to set foot in Orlando without a plus 15 weapon. I don't like to kill him, because he's an alright dude in terms of this game. There's nothing fishy about him. He's serving a good cause. He's not an asshole. He can remove curses from you on the cheap, which is awesome. But I had to do it. Here we opened up the gate. We unflooded New Londo ruins, so that way we can make our way to the Large Ember, as well as giving us access to the Dark Wraiths. I do intend to actually become a Dark Wraith in this game if I can get the PvP working, or the multiplayer working, because Dark Wraithing really is the only reliable form of invasions outside of Forest Covenant. And I don't mind the forest, really, because if you go into the forest, you know what you're getting yourself into. The only thing I don't like about being in the Forest Covenant is that people can camp your spawn. I guess they can do that as well if you just invade as a Dark Wraith, but I encountered it more as a Forest Covenant member. Here we get to see a wonderful display of skill. Oh, yeah, Yes, I have indeed been playing this game for a long time, but that doesn't mean I am perfect in my play. I kind of like to show the stupid things. Here we are showing a little bit of Dark Wraith farming. Figured I might as well do it while I'm here. I sped it up because just trying to show you the method. If I'm using, I prefer to use actually a really heavy weapon and just block and then swing. Like the Zweihander is perfect. The Zweihander R2, you throw it before they even get to you and you put them on the ground. And you just do it again before they get up, and it's an easy two-shot. With this weapon, because it's weaker, I don't have a lot of dex, I'm resorting to just backstabs, which is fine. I sped it up because you guys I don't feel like showing you or having you sit through normal speed backstabs over and over and over. So, again, like I said, we're doing this to get the Very Large Ember, which then means once we get the Very Large Ember, we're going to get a plus 14 weapon, and I'm pretty sure you have a good idea of what we're doing after that. I remember when I very first came here, these guys were a nightmare. If this is your first time playing Dark Souls, well, first off, you shouldn't be watching this video. Although I do welcome to views. Thank you for watching, anybody who watches these. But the first time I ran across these guys, Jesus Christ, they were a nightmare. Oh, look at, I messed up on the editing. I accidentally repeated some footage. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fast forward. So here we are with a very sketchy backstab. The angle on that was questionable. But we've made it. After, I think, 5 deaths due to various things between the ghosts and the falls, and yes, I died to a Dark Wraith, and yes, I died to one of the blobs. But it's cool, man. That's part of the game. You can't let it get to you. There are times where like you lose a lot of stuff and it hurts, but the longer you play this game, the more you realize that none of the losses are very big. You lose a lot of souls, no big deal. There's going to come a point where you have nothing to spend the souls on. And you're going to have 99 blossoms. You're going to have 99 bombs. You're going to have 99 arrows of whatever type you want. You're going to have everything you wanted upgraded. There's going to come... You're done with leveling. I intend to be done leveling around 120 or 130. There's just going to come a time where you don't care about souls. And it's going to come a lot earlier than you expect. And for a while I used to think losing the humanity was a big deal, but it's not. Once you find a couple of good places to farm humanity, you stop caring. Every time I lose a big chunk of humanity, I think, okay, I'll just go to the depths and kill rats for a little while. Plant my sign down to help people with Gaping Dragon. It's no big deal. This becomes... And this becomes viable from regular game to New Game Plus to New Game Plus Plus, because as long as you stay within a certain level range, like let's see, for normal you want to be between, I'd say, 40 and 80 for Gaping Dragon is what I found. And in New Game Plus, if you stay around 75 to 120, you're good, man. You will get summons. People are always coming through there. Here we are, ascending our Baldur's Side sword to plus 11 after giving the blacksmith his Very Large Ember. He's definitely one of the coolest characters I've encountered in this game. I made the unfortunate mistake in my first playthrough of accidentally attacking him, and while unfortunate, it also made me like him a lot more because one of his attacks is a leg drop. And it's rough. It hits so hard. Even when you block it, it takes a huge chunk of your stamina out. He's a great character. And there we go. Upgraded. So now we need that slab. So I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what it is we're going to do in the next episode, right? Yeah. Things are going to get real. Here we are, we're checking our levels a little bit. We were thinking, I just bought the Homing Somas. I was gonna see if I had to attune, but I didn't because I have 3. I started off as a sorcerer. Wonderful spell. This is also a good way to show new players how you get back to the asylum. Because I found it relatively easily when I played the game, because instantly I was like, hey, there's the crow. When I saw him, and I was like, there's got to be a way up there. And then when I was on the elevator, I saw that you could step off, and I was like, this is here for a reason. I have to check this out. So for me, it was really easy to find. I thought it was really easy to find for everybody, but a lot of my friends never figured it out until I showed them. Yeah, this is right. This is it right here. This is the key. I almost failed. In fact, I did the time before I was recording. Alright, guys, that's it. This has been episode 2 of my Dark Souls adventure. Next episode, we'll have an exciting little boss fight. I hope you guys come back.